Greetings, fellow manga and anime fans. Um, it's the guy with the second best mustache in the anime reviewing game, and we're back with another sort of review. Today we have Ino Asano's Downfall. This is what it looks like. I don't know. This came out in. Oh, well, I don't. I do know. This came out in 2017, and again, it is by Inio Asano, published by Viz Media, and it basically follows the story of a manga artist who had a series, as a lot of manga artists do, and his series ended. So it kind of meets with our protagonist near the end of his, just as he put out the last issue of his 8-year long manga called Goodnight Sunrise, I think it's called in the book. I could be completely wrong about that, but they refer to it a lot as Good Night, or the other word in it. But anyways, it's about this guy who he just wrapped up his 8-year long manga series, and he's sort of lost. He doesn't really know where to go from here, and he just sort of falls into a slump. Really, he divorces his wife, and he kind of goes to this certain sort of parlor where he can interact with other adults that are kind of get what I'm saying at. And he kind of really doesn't know if he wants to write another manga or just throw everything in and just not do anything else for the rest of his life, really. And he eventually, near the end, he does start writing another manga series, and he's very, but from the time that we meet him to the end, he's very self-centered. He doesn't really like other manga artists. He doesn't really understand the value that people hold in manga, and we don't really find out till the end when he writes his new series. Somebody comes up at a book signing, and she explains that this is going to be spoilers, by the way. So if you haven't read it, or you don't want to read it, whatever. She comes up to him and she explains that she's been through a very hard time in her life, and reading the work of this certain manga artist had helped her through those very dark times in her life. And when he stopped writing his series, if I can find it, I think it's Good Night something. When he stopped writing his series, she didn't know if he was ever going to continue, and if he did, she might not be around to witness the new series at all. But thankfully she is, and she sort of is very grateful that he decided to continue on, and he kind of finally realizes, he was, in the beginning, he was just making manga to make money. He was just making it to sell. And then when this woman, you can kind of realize when this woman comes up and explains her sort of situation, he kind of realizes that, there's more to it than just making money and selling copies and, Control C, Control V, just, printing, selling, creating. More to it than just that. People hold a lot of value to manga. People can kind of attach themselves to certain main characters in the certain series that you're reading. So it's very eye-opening as well to sort of see what these manga artists go through, not just the ones portrayed in this book, but probably even real life manga artists as well. You realize that they're also human. They also, have lives outside of creating manga, and it's a real beautiful insight on the mind of a manga artist, and how much they just sort of devote to the art of creating manga, and how much passion they have for it. Why can't I find the name of this in-world manga? It doesn't really matter the name of it, but is very eye-opening. It's the manga, the art style in this. Like, some of the full page art is just absolutely beautiful. Like, look at this. I don't know if you can see it very well. Hang on. Like, this is just absolutely stunning to me. Just the realistic, like the realistic drawings of it. You can tell a lot of work went into this. Not only into the art, but also the story, and to make it feel real enough to make you believe that everyone in this book is real, and the story that is happening is real and actually happened. So I would highly recommend reading Downfall. It's very good. It's very real, in a sense of the term, for lack of a better word. It is very real feeling, and if you really want a sort of real feel manga, it's a one shot, so you could probably read it in a day, maybe two if you want. I think there's only a couple chapters in here, probably 8 or 9 chapters, 7 chapters, not even 8. 8 because there's chapters 1 through 7, and then there's a final chapter, which is called Final Chapter. So there's 8 in total. So it is a one shot, and it is very amazing. Ino Asano, very amazing artist. You might recognize the name from Goodnight Pun Pun. I think that's his series, or his mini series that he did. His mini series manga that he did. So I would definitely highly recommend this. And after reading this, I think I'm definitely going to pick up Goodnight Pun Pun, because I definitely want to read more from Ino Asano, in the future. So definitely I'll be on the lookout for that, and definitely more of his works aside from Goodnight Pun Pun. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And until then, good day.